Shoplifting is a largely hidden but insidious crime that's costing Kiwis hundreds of millions of dollars. About $500 for every household every year. And in tonight's special investigation, we go behind the store counters to find out what's really going on. From the blatant to the outrageous to the downright disgusting.
There's no stereotype. It's just, it could be anybody.
We find out the real victims of this crime.
You don't know when somebody is going to kill you, somebody going to come and hit you, and so on. You don't know.
And we set out to catch shoplifters in the act.
Take it off, mate. Smash it.
What are you doing, bro? Hey, see me, mate. No.
Every day, $1.6 million worth of property is stolen from New Zealand retailers. That's nearly $600 million a year. In a business where it's already difficult to survive, the impact of shoplifting is so severe that many retailers are being forced to close their doors.
We've got books and books of trespass notices. Books and books of them. I can't stress it enough.
Deep Singh Giran's family have run supermarkets in South Auckland for 30 years. But they're close to closing down because every week they're losing $1,000 to shoplifters.
In our size of business, it's crucial. We try to cut it down by having more people in the shop to basically act as security. And our staff do act as security. But as a result of having extra costs and wages, on top of us losing money and theft, it makes life really difficult. And we can't survive, and they don't see that. They don't care.
While financial ruin is one impact of shoplifting, there's another very sinister problem that every shop attendant faces when they come to work. And Deep's father still wears the scars of a shoplifter's violent attack.
We caught one guy inside the shop, and then the second guy came from the back and he picked up the wine bottle and then he hit me on the head. And then I had quite a bit cut on the head, and I had bone broken down there, and then I spent most of probably a couple of nights in Middlemore Hospital. It was very, very horrible. So I was so hurt and painful. The blood was coming and so on.
And violence of this nature is becoming an increasing problem in New Zealand's shops.
It's very dangerous, very dangerous, and it's very scary, and you don't know when somebody is going to kill you, somebody going to come and hit you, and so on. You don't know. It's getting worse and worse too.
To find out just how bad the problem is here, we've installed Greg DeHaa from Opal Security to monitor SuperValue's cameras and catch shoplifters in the act. With over 15 years' experience protecting people and their property, it doesn't take long for someone to catch Greg's eye.
There's two people coming through the entry. Hello, she's stopped. That's quite suspicious. She's moved back out. Oh no, here she comes. She's coming back in again. I can't quite pick it whether it's a male or a female, but it looks like at this stage two females coming through the entry. I'll keep it vigilant on them because there's something not right with these two. Hold on, we might have something here. Camera 16, she's in the cosmetics area. Definitely grabbed something off the shelf. She's walked away. Okay, yep, she's definitely putting something in the front of her trouser.
Bust it. Greg just makes it down in time to corner the suspect, who's got no shortage of attitude.
I'm quite happy to rerun the camera, but it looked like there was an item put down the front of your
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Can I just ask a question, please? Why did you want to do this? Why did you want to take it? Yeah, but you know, it has that impact on the store owner and on the people that work here. You know, something as minor as this, you know, over a period of a day, if they take...
Hey, don't film me.
If you take...
Take it off or smash it. Honestly. This is away from me. Take it right away.
She may have no concern at the impact on Deep and his family, but Sarah does get trespassed and can't go back to the store for at least 2 years. After the break, Greg's on the trail of more shoplifters.
What are you doing, mate? Hey, excuse me, mate.
We'll find out the tricks of the trade.
They can also use prams as well, which is quite sad.
We investigate a prolific con artist.
I find it's emotional abuse, and I think it's quite disgusting what this person's going around doing to people.
And later, you can help police track down these brazen shoplifters. A shocking 1 in 10 New Zealanders has either been caught or admitted to shoplifting. With so many thieves in our midst, many police and retailers will tell you that there's no such thing as a typical shoplifter.
We've had people who've just been released from prison, and we have people in business suits.
If you ask me what does a thief look like, I say it's someone who's got the ability to lift something up off a shelf.
Men under 25 are the largest group of shoplifters, closely followed by women over 55. And most are opportunist thieves.
With opportunists, it's about internal drive. They are probably the people that will steal a drink when they're thirsty or a cake when they're hungry, because there's something physiological that's driving them, and they're not thinking about the consequences. So for many, it's just something that you do because, hey, it doesn't matter. For other people, there's risk involved, and it's almost sexy to take something small and to get away with it. Or there's something that they perceive they need so badly that they will make a judgment to cross that boundary.
And often what shoplifters steal isn't even worth the risk, like the bag of lollies that this guy is struggling to fit in his pocket. So we asked hundreds of New Zealand retailers what shoplifters target most. And the results were surprising. But many of these products are ones that can be easily lifted or quickly on-sold.
We get people who shoplift for the thrill of it. We get people coming in and trying to steal for a reason. They're stealing something that they can sell. It's whatever they can convert quickly to cash. So the prime ones for us are meat, obviously, is a big target. Health and beauty is a big target. Alcohol's a big target. Now, those are the sorts of areas that we really have a big problem with.
And at New World Freeman's Bay, the problem is so bad that Rob's installed over 130 cameras and full-time security staff. And his team has learned just who to look out for.
The person will come in that we would watch would be a person that looks up to the cameras as soon as they walk in, you know, looking for the cameras to see where they are. Also, a person who does not take a basket or a trolley with them, a long coat in summer, that kind of thing. A person who just takes stuff off the shelf without looking at the item. You know, they know exactly what they want and how they hold the item. It'll be a faster way for them to conceal. If they know what they want, how they hold it, go straight in the pocket. They come in with their kids, use their kids as well as like a front for being a normal shopping family, and then they'll put their kids at the front and they'll put a bag on the tray, and then their kids are covering what they're putting inside. And then there's they can also use prams as well, which is quite sad.
But the criminal activity doesn't end with the theft. When shoplifters do get caught, security staff and police have to deal with all sorts of behaviour. From offensive...
Listen to me. You're under arrest. Shoulder alone. Time, okay?
You don't mind, mate.
We've been very patient with you here.
Is he patient?
to contemptuous and many, many lies.
You go.
I haven't got anything else.
Everything else?
I haven't got anything.
Don't make me get anyone to search you. No, bring everything else out.
There's nothing else in my pocket.
With the Red Bull and everything? Bring them all out. I want everything out. Keep going.
That's it.
Anything else? You sure?
They'll look you in the eye and tell you, I haven't done it, when you've actually got the footage right in front of you, watching where they've concealed the goods. Yeah, the gall is unbelievable.
Increasingly, many shoplifters are turning professional, and they pose the biggest threat because they work in large numbers, they're difficult to catch, and they steal enormous quantities of product to order.
Professional shoplifters work in very big gangs, and they do that so they can sell in multiple places at one time. they'll have a certain amount of people stealing from many locations, predominantly supermarkets, chemist shops, bookshops. They will then take those to typically a market. We as New Zealanders buy it, so we can go along and think, that's a really good price for that book or for those cosmetics. Where do they come from? You know, who sells cosmetics at a marketplace, especially in a package? It's been stolen.
And the professional shoplifting problem is only getting worse because now there are plenty of unregulated places to sell stolen goods.
Now you can go and put it on the internet and sell it. And there's a lot of stolen product being recovered from internet sales. Unfortunately, it's made life a bit easy.
And as the business of stealing gets easier, the professionals get slicker, and many now make a career out of their crime.
The professionals are older. They'll simply be around a long time. They get away with it for a lot of years, so they'll stay around. And they're easily into their 40s and 50 years old. Very, very good and professional shoplifters.
One of New Zealand's most prolific professional con women has lived off the proceeds of her crimes for over 30 years. And in that time, Hope Taylor has perfected a con that has a major emotional impact on her victims. And retailers want you to know who she is so you can help stop her offending.
Well, Hope came into the store and spun a yarn about how she'd got these goods that had to be returned because they were no longer useful. They'd been bought for a family member who was deceased and couldn't use them anymore, so could she please bring them back?
Oh, hi. I need a refund because my dad bought this about 3 weeks ago and then he died.
Oh, do you have a docket or anything?
No, I don't.
It really is a pretty horrible way to treat anybody and to talk about people. She was certainly playing on the emotions of our people and was really did a very good job. Our people took her at face value, felt sympathetic and sorry for her, and so a refund was done for the goods. Lo and behold, after that, we discover that this has been happening all around the country and that we're not the first people to have been affected by it.
Hope entered our store, went behind a counter to where we have St Elizabeth Arden high-priced products, took the products from the shelf.
I need a refund because my mum bought these and she's in hospital now and she's not allowed to use them.
And basically pulled the heartstrings and gave a sob story about her mother being in hospital up in the Hastings Hospital, dying of cancer, and that she'd purchased these products for her mother. The doctor had said, no, can't use these products on your skin, and take them back and refund them.
Well, I don't think she's going to come out of there. I don't think she's going to come out of it.
Just a couple of weeks prior, we had some loss prevention and security training, but this person was manipulated emotionally by Hope Taylor, and she was absolutely gutted for weeks. It actually really affected her.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
That's probably the worst and most extreme form of shoplifting. This person has an MO. She has a plan. She has worked out the easiest way to get what she wants, and that is through making people feel sorry for herself and preying on the emotions of shopkeepers and people that work in shops. It's a premeditated way of living, and it's become an occupation. It must be quite pathological.
Given her recidivist nature, the courts felt compelled to make her convictions public knowledge, and this is Hope's record as of December the 13th last year. There are a staggering 326 convictions in total nationwide, on average about 10 a year, and Hope is known to use up to 13 different aliases. Hope currently has at least 35 trespass orders in place from Tawa to Wellington Central, and she's still offending. Less than 3 weeks ago, a security camera filmed Hope trying to get a refund on 2 very expensive bottles of champagne, after claiming she'd bought them for her father, who subsequently suffered a heart attack. Her victims want other retailers to watch out.
If Hope Taylor enters your store, get her out. Get her out immediately, and if you can't get her out, basically walk behind her. Every step she takes, take a step behind her. Don't let her out of your sight.
Now that you know what she's about, now you know hopefully what she looks like, don't believe a word she says. That she'll look you right in the eye and she'll be very, very plausible, but you need to understand, do not listen to her. You've been warned.
After the break, we're back in Deep Store on the trail of shoplifters.
Busted.
And we'll show you how to fight back.
Get in their face, go and ask them if they want help.
Earlier, we met Deep Singhiran, whose family business has been losing $1,000 a week because of shoplifting.
You'll see people stealing basically right in front of you and have no shame. You'll have other ones that know what they're doing and they know basically where all the cameras are, and it makes life really difficult.
Greg DeHaar from Opal Security has been monitoring the shoplifting problem in Deep Store, and he's already caught one shoplifter.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And it only takes a few minutes before Greg's back in action again.
Right. Busted.
He's spotted this woman blatantly trying to steal a couple of casks of wine.
Just come over this way. Could I ask you why you tried to uplift these goods here, please?
I'm just getting some stuff here.
But when her partner in crime tries to intervene, things get ugly.
What I'm trying to do is try to get a Hey, excuse me, mate. No.
Camera out of the window.
No. Move.
What are you doing, bro?
Come on.
It's got nothing to do with you.
No.
Hey, it's got nothing to do with you. Made this a private affair, bro.
Yeah, I'm just protecting this guy here.
But when police are called, the guys make a hasty retreat, and by the time they arrive, Jane is saying very little.
Okay, you know, taking those casks without paying is a crime, eh? It's theft. You know that.
But it appears she's been at work for professional shoplifters.
The 4 gentlemen that were involved, I believe they were the main players. She met them today.
Oh, they just said they could give me some money. You know, I need some things, so...
Yeah.
Is there any video footage or anything like that?
And when they check out the security footage, both Deep and the police immediately recognise a very familiar face.
That's one of them.
This guy from last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we dealt with him last time.
I do?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah.
He's come in here before, right?
Heaps.
Yeah.
He's got trespass notices as well.
In fact, these guys were stealing from Deep just the night before, and they've been terrorising the area for months.
We try it every day. That's the problem. You know, like it makes it real hard. Yeah.
We'll see if we can catch up tonight. He's normally always walking around here anyway.
Always.
On the bus depot and that.
Yeah, always, yeah.
You know what you've done is wrong though, eh? Yeah? Stealing? Yeah?
Yeah.
But desperate what?
Some bills I need to pay off.
Bills? You ever thought about part-time work? No, about your bills and stuff you're talking about? Part-time work or that?
I probably should.
Probably best, eh? It's better than stealing. Earn it the right way.
The words of wisdom slowly sink in, and after being trespassed, Jane is delivered home. And while the police search for the two Otahu shoplifters, there are things that retailers can do to help protect themselves.
You've got to do whatever you can to be vigilant about it, to make sure that your staff are trained about the cost of it, to make your consumers aware of the cost of it.
When people come into their shop that they're suspicious about, you know, they need to get in their face, go and ask them if they want help. You don't let them have free rein of your shop. You know, stick like glue to them.
Many places use CCTV or they use information sharing. Those people have got a much better chance. The more information we can carry from authorities through the public sector out to the people who need it, the less chance criminals have got of operating.
And you can help too. If you think you witnessed shoplifting, don't be afraid to call a security guard or a member of the shop staff. Remember, this crime is costing New Zealanders $600 million a year, and speaking up is one way that you can help put a stop to it. You can also help put a stop to shoplifting by telling us where to find these people. West Auckland Police need your help to find Doreen Allen-Tana. They'd like to speak with her regarding 33 different instances of falsely using a document to obtain more than $25,000 worth of products in cash. Tana is a 33-year-old Maori, 182 centimetres tall, that's about 6 foot, and of medium build with long dark brown hair. Tana has 29 different aliases, which she uses to open bank accounts in Auckland. Once she's established an account in a false name, she uses checkbooks to make large purchases, which she then returns to the store for a refund. So if you know where Tana is, give us a call now, and remember this is case number 1. And North Shore Police need your help to identify these men who stole bottles of cognac valued at $200 from the Wairau Road Liquor King on Sunday the 13th of April. These guys have casually walked around the store until staff are distracted when they both take a bottle off the shelves and place it under their shirts. Both are described as Caucasian in their late teens. Now, the thief in the blue and white striped t-shirt has a very distinctive stance, slouching forward with his shoulders hunched. His friend has short fair hair and a black logo on the back of his white t-shirt. If you recognise these thieves or can help with either of these cases, give us a call now on 0800 107 info. That's 0800 107 4636, and remember the case numbers when you call. Next week we investigate a crime that's left a boy dead and created major public outrage.
I would like to see the little hands cut off.
We find out what will make taggers stop.
Only if I get locked up. Yeah, I'll stop.
And investigate who else
Can I get a spray can, mate?
is breaking the law.
You got an idea or anything?
So I'll see you next week.